So, remember, who are you? You are pure, positive, vibrating, pulsating, magnetic, attractive energy. That's what you are. You are the creative life force. Actually, you possess the same stuff that births a star, that germinates a seed, that gives birth to creates a zygote, an egg. Remember that biology term? Yes, you have that same energetic stuff. And what's interesting is the currency through which you make things happen in the world. Manifest is such a strong, weird word, so I'm not going to use that. The way you align with the things that you're wanting in life is to stay connected to that part of who you are. And actually, if you think about it, what I talked about last week is your desires are a reflection of that. Think about it. When you have a desire for something, getting on a TV show, having a date, making more money, being in a great class, doing really exciting artistic work, the desire behind it is passionate and exciting and dynamic and hopeful and probably gratitude and of possibility. That is, again, the stream or the flow of who you are. But you get into trouble and you neutralize and you cancel out that which you are wanting vibrationally, energetically, because you go into the left brain because things haven't started showing up yet in your life, and then you start to tell yourself shit about yourself that you've been telling yourself for a long time, and then you take the brain drain train. So you've disconnected from the positive flowing source of who you are. So all my teachings are always like, how can we just get a little bit more dialed into the truth of who you are? And I just want to work it a little bit differently tonight, which is, if we can figure out why we get unhappy, then we can correct it. You have to stop corporateizing yourself. What does that mean? Corporateizing yourself. You are corporatizing yourself because you are using the models of what cultural corporate America, how they work, how they do business. You are identifying with those models, and it's creating your own self-esteem and self-worth based on illusory models that actually don't mean anything. People, you are not analytics. You are not algorithms. You are not search engine optimization results. You are not a statistic, a price point, a demographic, a sale, a number of YouTube hits, a rating, a label. You are not your IMDb ranking, the number of tweet mentions you get, the Facebook friends you acquire, the happy faces, the thumbs up or thumbs down you get. You're not any of those things. You're also not the labels that the corporatization of Hollywood has also perpetuated. I find this so crazily funny in a way. You go in and you have no experience. You don't have credits yet. So what do they say? They say you're green. Okay, interesting corporate label. What does that mean? It's meaningless. You guys, it means nothing. So then what happens is you get some credits, and then they say, oh, you only do co-star, so you can't do this. Okay, then you get guest star. They say you only do guest star, so you can't do that. Then you get beyond guest star, and they say, well, you're not a series lead yet. Okay, and then you do series lead, but then they say, oh, you only do comedy. And then, oh, okay, you get to do other things besides comedy, and then they say, oh, you don't do drama. And then you just start doing TV dramas, and they say, but you're not the lead in a movie. You see how this continues to keep going and going and going. People, it's a faulty premise. If you define yourself through these things that are illusory, that don't mean anything, first of all, that's the part that gets you in this part of your head, and you identify yourself as, I'm talentless, it's not going to happen for me, I'm not of worth, I have no value, because of these, I don't even know what you would call that. I just got off the phone. It was a corporate call. I swear to goodness, it was a phone conference with Eric and myself and this person. When we got off, I called Eric back and I was like, oh my God, did you understand a thing that person just said? He might as well have been speaking Swahili. I am not making fun of tribal African talk. I'm just saying that's how I heard it, because he was using corporate speak that for me, there's no understanding or meaning of it. How do I hook into something that is... It's vague at best, and it's not tangible at worst. One last thing, and then I'll wrap it all up, is I started thinking on the way here, nowadays it's so different because we're constantly bombarded with the imagery of how corporate America does business through all those things, search engine and algorithms and analytics, and the media's perpetuating that kind of success through those, whatever those things are. And I thought, well, when I was a teenager, we didn't really have all that stuff. We didn't have any of that stuff. But it's the same thing. I identified myself through, I was saying this last night's class, I identified myself through the conquering and accumulation of things. Because I didn't know who I was, I didn't love myself, I didn't really respect who I was, and so all of my self-worth came through, if I won a medal in swimming, I would be loved. If I got amazing grades, I would be loved. If I was popular, I would be loved. If I kept doing and doing and doing externally, I would be loved. And therefore, ergo, I thought the more stuff that I did, then I would start to really connect to this part. It never happens. You can't hang your hat on that stuff here because it's not real. It's just not real. And what's interesting is I thought today, I was like, oh my God, in my graduating class, what was I won an award. I won most likely to succeed. Well, I also won best dressed. But it's true. That's because I shopped at Chess King. But anyway, does anybody even know what Chess King is anymore? Oh my God, Chess King was so big in the 80s. It was like, I don't know, like Urban Outfitters meets, I don't know, Chess King. Just think of the name. Chess King.
It was just Midwest though.
It was totally Midwest. But anyway, but the thing is, I was voted most likely to succeed. So already I had established that identity and taken that out into the world about the accumulation of things must mean success. And yet this part, there was no connection to that part. So I want to end with this. I've said it before. You cannot keep identifying with a binary, limited, corporate way of seeing yourself. Because that implies you're limited. You know what? You're not limited. And anybody who speaks that speak, you need to say thank you very much and you move on. Because you know what? You're infinity. You are made of the same stuff as stars. It's irrefutable now. You can't, the science proves it. What's so interesting to me is space, originally when the universe was created, was just space, subatomic particles that came together to create hydrogen. The hydrogen itself had a nuclear fusion that then created a star, then that star exploded into billions of particle pieces of matter that then through gravitational pull came together to form planets and this thing called Earth. Everything on this Earth came from the heart of a star. You are the heart of a star. Why are you listening to somebody who's saying you don't do this and you can't do that and you are this, and you have to keep forging forward with that scientific, universal, energetic truth. The heart of a star. That's like, I can't even, you're as vast as the cosmos. Tonight after class, just go out and look up. That's who you are. Don't believe the things that put a limitation on you. Okay? Oh no, I'm lost. No. Let's go to Chess King. Okay, so...